Hello, this is Astro Design for You, and I am Lily, your guide. Why predictive astrology will never work for you 100%, as well as other predictive pseudoscience, channeling, and the like. Why doesn't it work? What role does human design play in your life and in predicting our future? How is it related to the types of luck in our lives? I would like to say up front that I love astrology and any other psych or mystic knowledge out there, especially the ones that I'm good at. But every tool has its own possibilities and use, and of course, boundaries. But it's important to understand what tool to use, for what, and when. This video is going to give you those answers. Based on my 20 plus experience in astrology and 9.5 years in human design and knowledge about gene keys, numerology, the destiny matrix, all kind of stuff, as well as my abilities and life experience. All that will be combined to give you some very in-depth outlook on the predictive tools that people claim they have and that work. Now, in order to understand the logic and reliability of my answers, I will break down each by starting from the fundamental facts. First of all, what is astrology? It is one of the most ancient tools for information about human character diagnosis and future telling. Whether interpretation about a person or event to that person, it is based on their birth details. And it doesn't matter if this prediction comes from looking at the solar return chart, the mundane astrology, whether it's Chinese or Western, sidereal, it all first and foremost is based on your date of birth, of course. What is human design? It's quite a new tool that was born in 1987, and it's a mixture of science such as genetics and quantum physics together with astrology, the tree of life from the Kabbalah, I Ching, and the chakra knowledge. Basically, it's a very complex tool and a powerful guide to our vehicle and personality qualities, through which we can understand and be aware for our body functions, its purpose in this lifetime, what environment suited to our body, what fuel it needs, how we affect others, and how energy from the outside affects us, and even much more. What's so interesting and empowering about this knowledge is the use of two dates instead of one like in regular astrology. One date describes the building of our body and brain functions, their demands, their gifts and limitations. And this building has a long period of two pregnancy trimesters, about 6 months. This date is represented by the red color in the human design map, and its calculation is derived from the imprinting of planets 88 degrees before we are born. The second date is the build of our personality and our mind, what we think we are, our motivation and perspective on life. This is the date of our actual physical birth and represented in human design map in black color. Essentially, this knowledge gives us the ability to know who we truly are. The awareness of it that can lead to a life full of well-being and fulfillment that suits our genetic mechanics. Through human design, we can see the uniqueness that any one of us have and how these special qualities are part of one big body to which we are all connected, the body of the entire universe. Therefore, we are related to each other, and proper operation according to our uniqueness is important not only to ourselves, but for the whole world in which we exist. In 1781, the planet Uranus was discovered, and according to human design, this led to two very important events. The first is the birth of a very unique, alien-like type of people, the projector type, and the second is a massive transition in our body mechanics, which from that year on had produced people with new type of vehicles, a much more complicated and potentially aware body with 9 centers chakras instead of 7. Astrology, being such an old knowledge, is based on the 7 center human world that are no longer alive and represent only one basic date, which is the day our personality was born, not our body structure. Our body is the most important tool we have in this life. Don't you agree? And when we do not listen to it and behave according to it, we always, sooner or later, get resistance from inside, like mental or physical illness, or even resistance from outside, from other people, or just bad luck. So, regardless of what or who you think you are, your body will always win. It's more dominant in our lives than our brain, although many behave as if it's the opposite. Most people live by their mind, what they think they are, their belief systems, their ideology, history, and of course, 7 centers views. Although the big shift from that already started, but still, parents and then kindergartens, schools, etc., are doing their best job in homogenization, meaning they do their best to distort the individuality and our uniqueness. It is the norm that the society is focused on money, similarities, dependabilities, and tribe values like family and reproduction. But I hope that you recognize it too, that all our dependable structures are falling apart. The more the person is aware of their true nature, the more the potentials that predictive astrology tells about their personality will not come true. To predict your future, the person who does it for you needs to have special abilities. Not everyone is capable to see the person from inside. Not everyone is able to understand and comprehend the complex world of the tools that we have in this life that guide us. Knowledge and experience will never be enough. The person has to have the unique ability to look through your eyes, to recognize your essence. That can be done only by one human type, which are projectors. They have been born with this gift. And for that, they have received a unique mystic ability to penetrate other people and see what's beneath and inside their core. They have a very focused energy field that no other person has. Most of the people that do fortune or future readings are people who don't see you. They see more your pocket. They see their material rewards much more than your needs, who you truly are. So you need to be aware that your software is not for most to be aware. Most people are interested in knowing their future. They do not live in the now and don't learn from the past. And of course, very few live by the rules that their body sets for them. Via human design is called living by your not self. Knowing the future without knowing who you truly are and what your past means in your past, in your life, won't give accurate results for the future. So, why predictive astrology will never work for you 100%? And by astrology, I mean any kind of predictive psychic or mystic tool. Because its predictions are based on the date your personality was born. But as I mentioned, our body is the most important factor in our life. And sometimes our body has a life of its own, has its own magnetic pull to something, and even and sometimes even we don't understand why we did what we did. If your personality has at least a little bit of awareness to itself and its body, a prediction about your personality is not valid at all. When does predictive astrology can work? When interpreting global changes that affects economics, food chains, global emotional weather, and behavior of unaware and very not self people, sheep people. So if you are living your life, but what you think by the homogenization other impose on you, it's much more likely that astrology will work best for you, but the result won't be good. And of course, you have to believe astrology for it to work, because once again, it is based on your personality, on what you think, your perspective, and what you believe is true. So astrology can work best when it comes to the characteristics and future of country or the universe itself. What role does human design play in our life and in predicting our future? HD gives deep and profound insight into how we are built and particularly how to operate with it. So it's the greatest gift we can receive to know ourselves, to know our mechanics, our uniqueness, and it will help us to be more relaxed in our skin, to accept and be loving of it. But especially when you start to live according to the capabilities and limitations of your body, you can start to cleanse yourself from the homogenized world, and it will bring you the well-being and life purpose fulfillment that you deserve and you were born for. How is it related to the types of luck in our lives? There are three major types of luck. The first one is luck that you don't have any control over, which is our date of birth, where and to whom we are born to, other people that influence you, and how other people influence us, what happens in our environment. We barely can control it. And what negative influence, negative conditioning we received as a child. We cannot control it, unfortunately. The second type of luck is a luck that we have control over, or at least we have the illusions that we can control. Where we live, what we put inside our body, our perspective, our beliefs and opinions, who is in our life or not. And the third kind of luck is the luck through awareness. It depends on the knowledge that we have from past life and from this avatar incarnation. Our development journey with the suit and the tools that we have been given by birth and those that we achieved by living this current life is the awareness luck. It is also the ability and action created from making the right decisions for ourselves, by ourselves, and according to our natural body mechanics and enlightenment. So the first type of luck is the basis of our homogenized and conditioning world. We cannot control it. Many people continue living their life and giving up on their other two types of luck. They do it by living in compromise on their body, trying to be liked, loved, to prove others what they can't prove anyway, and using harmful substances for the body and doing such a bad trip to this incarnation life they are living. But if you know the mechanics of your body, and more so you live by these mechanics, you can get the other two types of luck on your side. Would you like to claim those two types of luck? I offer you my guidance in transiting from your homogenized not self to your true self. Until the next video, take care.